Good morning. The time is 10 a.m. and I'd like to call this hearing to order. My name is Christy McGill, Deputy Superintendent for Educator Effectiveness and Family Engagement. As we get started with the agenda, I'd like to share a few housekeeping items. While we are pleased to be able to meet in person again, some participants may join our meeting virtually. As always, we ask for your patience with any technical difficulties we may encounter. I also want to remind our audience that hearings can be viewed via live stream with closed captioning. I'll remind participants to please turn off your microphone or mute yourself when you're not speaking, and remember to turn on your microphone or unmute when you'd like to make a comment. Of course, remember that you are on video and being broadcast live via stream on the Nevada Department Education website. Please make sure if you signed in, regardless if you intend to provide public comment or not. You can also make public comment, may be submitted to nvboarded@doe.nv.gov. Please make sure to note in the subject or body which hearing your comment addresses. While we have an opening and closing public comment period for comments related to the regulation process, public comment will be taken specifically under each hearing. On to public comment. On to agenda item number 2, public comment period number 1. I'll open the first public comment under agenda item number 2. I will limit your comments to 3 minutes if we take public comment in Carson City first and then move to Las Vegas. Again, you can also provide public comment via our email. I see no public comments here in Carson City. Are there any in Las Vegas?
There are no public comments.
Thank you. And has there been any written comments?
There are no written comments.
Great, thank you. All right, we will now open the hearing for Regulation R054-23P, Notice of Intent to Act upon Regulation for the Amendment of Regulations pertaining to Chapter 388 of the Nevada Administrative Code to adopt regulations pertaining to charter school sponsors. We have with us this morning Lisa Ford, Chief Strategy Officer of the Superintendent of Public Instruction. Go ahead, Ms. Ford, when you're ready.
Good morning, Lisa Ford, Chief Strategy Officer with the Department of Education. For the record, I am here to present the regulatory language for R054-23P as it pertains to NAC 388A.120. The amendment reads as follows. If the Board of Trustees of a school district, community, or university college within the Nevada system of higher education or a city or county applies to the department for authorization to sponsor charter schools pursuant to NRS 388A.220 as amended by Section 32 of Assembly Bill number 400, Chapter 387, Statutes of Nevada 2023 at page 2180. The following information must be provided on the application. The date on which the Board of Trustees, the college or the university, or the city, council, or board of county commissioners, as applicable, voted to apply for authorization to sponsor charter schools as reflected in minutes of the Board of Trustees, the college or universities, or the city council or board of county commissioners, as applicable. The signature of the superintendent of the school district that the Board of Trustees serves, the signature of the president of college or university, or the signature of the mayor of the city or the chair of the board of county commissioners, as applicable. A description of the following: the original capacity and infrastructure of the applicant, 2, the procedures and criteria of the application evaluation of the charter school applications in accordance with NRS 388A.252 as amended by Section 35 of Assembly Bill number 400, Chapter 387, Statutes of Nevada 2023 at page 2183, including without limitation the manner in which the applicant will determine whether an applicant to form a charter school is of high quality, and 2, whether the charter school will meet the identified educational needs of pupils to serve to promote the diversity of public education choices in this state. 3, the procedures of the applicant will use to negotiate and execute a charter contract with the governing board of a charter school. And 4, the procedures and criteria of the applicant's evaluation of application for the review of a charter school. Section 5, the procedures that the applicant will use to monitor the performance of the charter school that the applicant sponsors. Section 2, an application to sponsor charter schools must be submitted to the department not later than May 1st, immediately preceding the date set forth in the application on which the applicant will begin accepting applications to form charter schools. 3, not later than 30 days after receipt of an application for authorization to sponsor charter schools, the department will A, review the application, B, determine whether to approve or deny the application, and C, notify the applicant in writing of the department's determination. 4, if the department denies an application for authorization to sponsor charter schools, the applicant must be granted 30 days after receipt of the written notice to correct any deficiencies identified in the written notice and resubmit the application. Section 2, NAC 388A.345 is hereby amended to read as follows. 388A.345, if a sponsor of a charter school intends to terminate the charter contract pursuant to NRS 388A.330, the sponsor shall notify the governing body of the charter school pursuant to subsection 2 of NRS 388A.330 by certified mail. 2, if the Board of Trustees of a school district, a college or university within the Nevada system of higher education, a city or county as applicable, is the sponsor, submit to the department a notice described in subsection 1 within 5 days after providing notice to the governing body of a charter school. 3, ensure the notice required pursuant to subsection 1 and 2. A, set forth in evidence that sponsor has made a determination pursuant to subsection 1 of NRS 388A.330, and B, describes the finding of the sponsors that authorize termination of the charter contract pursuant to NRS 388A.330. Section 3 of NAC 388A.555 is hereby amended to read as follows. 388A.555, a charter school shall report the data required pursuant to NRS 385A.822, the school district in which the charter school is located, if the school district is a sponsor of the charter school, or 2, the department if the state public charter school authority, a college, university within the Nevada system of higher education, or a city or county is the sponsor of a charter school, not later than the first day of instruction of the first year of operation of the charter school. Section 4, 388A.595 is hereby amended to read as follows. 388A.595, 1, a sponsor of a charter school shall submit to the department a performance audit that reports the compliance of the charter school with the charter contract and with applicable statutes and regulations. The report of compliance must be submitted annually unless the charter school satisfies requirements set forth in NRS 388A.405 to submit to the performance audit every 3 years. Or 2, if the Board of Trustees of a school district, a college or university within the Nevada system of higher education, or a city or county is the charter school, the results of the performance audit must be included in the report that is required under NRS 388.351. And that concludes the amendment.
Thank you, Ms. Ford. I will open public comment for this piece of regulation. Seeing no public comment in Carson City, do we have any in Las Vegas?
No public comments.
And do we have any public comments in written around this item?
No written comments.
Thank you so much. We'll move quickly to our last item on the agenda, and that is public comment number 2. So you are more than welcome to take public comment in Carson City, which we have none. We'll move to Las Vegas.
No public comment.
And any written comments that came in?
No written comments.
Great. Thank you so much. This hearing is now adjourned at 10:10 a.m. Thank you all and have a very nice day.
Have a great holiday, Christy.